Holy wheezing bellows of Krakatoa. What a ride.
You okay?
Yeah, but only because I've sealed away most of what I saw into a deep corner of my subconscious.
Just like that time you caught me singing in the shower.
In any event, I probably shouldn't do that again until I've got a really good reason to muck about in other dimensions.
Aside from the lulls.
Let's try this again. And I'm back. I still don't think we should futz with this until we have a... Guess we won't be hitting the road today.
Teleportation. We're sorry. The number you have dialed is unavailable at this time. Please.
Darn. Bet it's a psychic side effect of all this dark dimensional falderall.
Whee! I can't think with all these buzzing lights.
Home facility systems nominal. Awaiting further instructions.
Why'd you do that?
Sometimes you just gotta shoot out a few lights.
Dead light bulb detected in clone control spotlight. Please alert maintenance engineer.
Show off.
Now, Max, just because the good Lord didn't bless you with 6 arms and vice-like claws...
Not yet, anyway.
I hope mind-controlled Sal knows what he's doing, hanging out over the proverbial abyss like that.
Ah, he'll be fine. Cockroaches are harder to kill than country music and adventure games combined.
Why would I combine country music and adventure games? I hope mind-controlled Sal knows... Hey, Max, watch this.
Nice shot!
Thanks. It turns out the secret is aiming.
Aiming. Never heard of it. Is it a lost secret of the ancient Orient?
Malfunction detected in clone control console unit. Please send technician.
That's the most work I've seen Stinky do in years.
Yeah, she must be enthralled.
I can't get over how... There's something melancholy about a broken searchlight.
Bay door failure in pod 2001. Maintenance requested.
Cloning facility status. Now, that'd be a waste of bullets.
Zager-Evans circuit malfunction in Unit 2525. Maintenance requested. Pod 58008 experiencing digital inversion. Maintenance requested.
Mind reading. Future vision.
I guess it's time to play Follow the Clones.
Psychic ventriloquism.
Cloning tags operating at 98.9% efficiency. Good for you. The white zone is for the loading and unloading of protein fluid only.
Yes, ma'am.
Cloning facility... It's a boxate. No, that'd be... No, that'd be a waste... We won't be able to order the clones around until we clone a body for Mama Bosco.
Yes, Master. Computer systems nominal.
Malfunction detected in clone status unit. Please send technician.
Cloning facilities... No, that'd be a way... property of Hoover Dam. Stand back, Max.
Malfunction in...
000.
Unless our mastermind counts.
Teleportation.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Psychic ventriloquist.
Hey, you stupid
Oh.
Whee-hee-hee-hee!
Hey, BB.
I will annihilate you with kindness!
See ya, Bluster.
I have become death!
Whee!
Looks like my clones have already picked this pile of... Sal's drawing of Grandpa Stinky's treasured Ukrainian upside-down surprise cake is amazingly lifelike.
We should take a photo of it before the rain washes it away. I wish I could control an army of clones. Those guys are almost as gullible as you are, Sam.
Psychic ventriloquist.
Stupid Sam clones! You'll never find my psychic toys!
Toys? Toys?
I am the truth!
Those guys are doing it all wrong! You have to finesse the joystick.
We'd better keep our distance. If those clones are anything like me, they probably hate it when some jerk interrupts them in the middle of a spirited interrogation. I bet old Emma Lazarus never thought the huddled masses yearning to...
Woo-hoo-hoo!
It's a good thing the city defiantly keeps a few of these antiques around so that people can anonymously make crank calls and threaten public officials.
Whee!
Teleportation.
You! But how?
Blame your cell phone provider!
It doesn't matter. Before the sunrise, the Master will bathe in a sea of your entrails.
You know, she may be a mesmerized slave, but she sure does sound a lot like Stinky. Stinky?
The Master no longer wishes to speak to you through this vessel, Hound Beast.
I think I like normal Stinky's insults better.
Hey, a microphone. I bet we can order around the clones with this.
And welcome to the quiet storm of WSNM, bringing all the smooth sounds of yesteryear to all the rumbling doppelgangers out there.
Clone control lockouts in place. Voice control unavailable.
Fools. The clone controls will only respond to the Master's voice.
Psychic ventriloquist.
Hi, my name is Stinky. Animals love me. Please kill my grandpa.
Harsh, but accurate.
the Firestorm, the clone chamber's salad bar will remain open.
Mind reading.
When the dark trying to read my slave's mind? How rude. Ow!
Rhinoplasty. Teleportation.
Returned for another steaming serving of failure?
Is it?
It's the restless spirit of Ed McMahon, and I've got a really big novelty check.
Oh, Yogg-Sothoth, give me strength. Hurry it up.
I think we're being too polite.
Mind reading.
Let's see. Foot, snake, squiggle squiggle, bird. Done.
We probably should have guessed that one. Still remember the code?
I'll have you know I've got a mind like a steel tramp.
Trap.
Really? Huh. A steel tramp would be a lot more fun in a bum fight. Don't look at me!
Come on, you're not that ugly.
You don't understand. Human minds aren't equipped to comprehend. Hey, Sam, there's a guy in here.
I'm impressed. Most humans are driven incurably insane by the mere glimpse of my unspeakable visage.
Yeah, well, no offense, but we get more unspeakable visages in our convention swag.
So you're the mysterious Dr. Norrington?
I am known by many names. Among them, Yogg-Sothoth, Elder Fiend of the Dark Dimension.
I'm so surprised.
Shocking, true, but not nearly as shocking as the horrific truths I suspect I must now reveal.
Hold the phone. You're Yogg-Sothoth, the world-shattering elder god?
You look like something my non-existent cat coughed up. Curb your tongue, rabbit.
No, Paperweight, the Naked One is right. This debased form is a pathetic shadow of my former glory. Long before the dawn of man, my kind was sovereign over this dimension and countless others. We welcome the development of sentient life, drinking
Hey,
deeply
me.
from your bottomless wellsprings of terror, and also your succulent hairy flesh.
Ew.
For untold eons, we lapped at the perpetual buffet of your horror and worship, until powerful forces rallied to drive us back to the dark dimension.
Forces?
Primitive hybrids somehow impervious to our powers. You know them as mole men.
Get out of here.
Yes, that's exactly what they ordered us to do.
You know, it's a lot harder to take you prehistoric elder gods seriously, now that I know you were banished by a bunch of mole men.
Scoff if you must, but the mole people were much more powerful before they were genetically marginalized by the cruel twists of evolution.
Just like Uncle Billy.
So, should I call you Yog-Sothoth or Norrington?
Call me Dr. Norrington. When uttered by your mortal tongues, my true name sounds disturbingly like our term for number 2.
You should hear him say nuclear.
You and Paperweight seem to know a lot about that devil's toy box that everybody keeps stealing.
The devil's toy box. Ha! You should be so lucky.
What are you talking about?
The toy box is of a power far greater than that of your primitive gods and devils. It is the property of my grandson, Junior.
Junior?
Yes, Junior, the youngest and most horrible of the Elder Gods. His birthing wail shattered the supercontinent of Pangea. His first steps sunk the proto-civilizations of Subarctica.
Junior?
In an effort to stop my rampaging grandchild from destroying the Omniverse, I brought many of my precious childhood keepsakes over from the Dark Dimension to keep Junior distracted and entertained, as well as a box to contain their frightening power.
Junior?
Unfortunately, when the Elder Gods were banished to the Dark Dimension, Junior's toy box was lost during the move. And in the millennia since, he just will not stop whining about it.
Junior?
It's a lot scarier if you've got the requisite complement of larynxes to pronounce it correctly.
So why have the 1.5 of you been trying to get your hands on the toy box all these years?
To destroy it!
But why? It's got all those cool toys that make my brain tingle and my ears all fuzzy.
The toys of power were never meant for mortal hands. For the sake of all that exists, they must be returned to the toy box and annihilated.
You're not gonna take my toys, are you?
Not yet. Your chaotic mastery of the toys of power may yet prove useful in defeating the master of these blasphemous portly canines.
What do you have to say about all those creepy tentacles we found in the cloning chamber?
Tentacles?
Yeah, like the ones your boy Paperweight summoned in the museum last night.
Cthulhu's wattle!
Ooh, I'm using that.
Only one such as myself can summon the Cilia of Torment. Whoever's controlling your clones must be awash in the forces of the Dark Dimension.
Did you really just say awash?
The only thing that can properly vanquish matter from the Dark Dimension is the Chthonic Destroyer.
What's the Chthonic Destroyer?
Is it pointy?
The Chthonic Destroyer is the ultimate psychic toy. A weapon so terrible that it was once used to drive the Elder Gods themselves back to their home in the Dark Dimension.
Ah, look, that mole man is smiting an army.
If we hold on to this?
Sam's got a thing for illuminated manuscripts.
If it will help you find the Chthonic Destroyer, yes, of course.
Thanks. I'll try to keep Max from drawing dirty pictures in the margins. Can the Destroyer be used against those tentacles?
The Destroyer is proof against anything from the Dark Dimension. Me, the tentacles, the toy box.
Sam, we gotta get one of these things.
You'll have to find the hidden giggling realm of skittering ingestion if you wish to find the Destroyer.
So how did gigantic behemoth of an elder god like you get stuck in panty waste anyway?
Paperweight!
Silence! Several decades ago, Monsieur Paperweight foolishly attempted to summon me to this plane of existence.
Yeah, we may have heard something about that.
Paperweight's infantile conjurings were doomed to failure, but the uncanny power of your grandsire's brain somehow managed to extrude an infinitesimally tiny fraction of my essence into this dimension. It became fused with Paperweight's unsettlingly hairless and ladylike torso.
We've spent the better part of a century trying to retrieve the toy box and send the great Yog-Sothoth home.
And we would have succeeded last night if you hadn't lost your temper over that slobbering space ape.
Sorry about that. Do you know anything about all these handsome brutes that are stealing toys throughout the city?
The clones are meaningless.
And chubby.
Hey!
But if they are truly stealing toys, then their master may be attempting to gather a complete collection of the toys of power.
Collect all 1,024. Impress your friends.
And destroy the entirety of existence as we know it. You've already borne witness to the damage that can be wrought when the Devil's Toy Box is mostly full. If the box is completely engorged, its power will tear down the walls of reality itself.
So, aside from tearing apart reality, anything else you think we should know about the Plague of Me?
Only that they should seriously consider a gym membership.
Stay put. We'll probably have more questions later.
Your kind always does.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Can we keep this?
No, it will only distract you from your true goal. Besides, I like to gaze upon it for sentimental reasons.
Ooh, I'm a skinny sorcerer with a squid in my belly. Fear me.
What a horrid impersonation.
I see you have acquired Charlie Hotep.
Yeah, creepy little thing, ain't he?
Oh my, yes. I don't even know why I brought him over. Junior hated him. Played with him for about 10 minutes, then tossed him aside like a used snot rag.
That's kind of sad.
The Elder Gods are beyond your mortal concepts of sentiment. They do not...
Give it a rest.
I'm an elder god, blah, blah, blah. Everyone listen to me.
Future vision.
Why are they still here?
Mind reading.
Cease your intrusions into my host's mind. Gaze not into the mind of an elder god, insect.
Star, Tars, Arts, Rats, Tsar?
Are you casual gaming in your...
Well, excuse me for being...
Rhinoplasty.
Toys? Toys?
Hey, what gives?
After your recent rhinoplasty rampage through my museum, I cast a spell preventing you from transforming into anything in my possession. Ha!
Boy, you are a little ball of spite, aren't you?
You have no idea.
Still nothing. Ah! Still nothing. Ah!
Yet,
Can we borrow this?
You most certainly may not. It is so fragile that the slightest breeze destroy it.
the scroll is meaningless.
Who knows what sorts of ancient gimcracks and gewgaws lurk in those boxes?
Well, I'm not opening them to find out. Do you know how hard it is to get Guga juice out of my fur?
Beastly.
Actually, the great horned Wallitacker was a rather gentle creature, subsisting primarily on palm fronds and snot.
For the love of me, could you just turn it off for one single solitary minute?
Sorry.
Say, Papercut, mind if we take a closer look at your journal?
I promise to laugh at your bad poetry and schoolboy crushes.
No!
I'm afraid I must concur with my host. Paperweight's journal contains all the spells we'll eventually need to destroy the toy box. Send me home.
Paperweight must have used this antique privacy screen to help protect his horrible squiddy secret all these years.
We also used it to perform psyche-destroying shadow puppet shows for the kiddies.
Cats. I hate those guys.
Whee!
Hey, Max, could you spare a few seconds to memorize Paperweight's phone number?
Okay, but my brain's getting awfully full. I might lose a few chapters of my poignant Inuit coming-of-age novel.
The trials of Kennelik the Awkward will have to wait for another day, little buddy. Hey, Yagi, what's this map all about anyway?
Paperweight and I have been attempting to locate spots where the membranes between our worlds are the weakest, so that I can be sent home with as little fuss as possible.
That's awfully polite for an elder god who savors the taste of human misery.
Age has mellowed me.
Apparently, Paperweight's never heard of the Dewey Decimal System.
Or dust rags!
You elder god guys must have really scared the Homo erectus out of our ancestors.
Oh my, yes. In fact, most of your species' lingering phobias and neuroses can be directly linked to our prehistoric dominion.
Ha! I knew my fear of aioli was the fault of nightmarish monsters from beyond! Whee!
Ah, cripes. A bunch of Sam clones are ghost riding the DeSoto out in the parking lot.
When were they cloned? 2005?
Hey, Max, take a look. The clones are changing all the DeSoto's presets to public radio.
No!
Hey, Max, take a look. The clones are...
Well, that was pointless.
I guess Stinky must have locked the door behind her. We're not getting anywhere near...
Those monks sure knew how to illuminate a manuscript. Sam? Beset by any visions of insects and/or arachnids?
The eyes. They're everywhere. Always staring. Free bird! If I'm going to keep doing this, we should look into some sort of frequent flyer discount. Let's see. Flash of light, blah, blah, blah. Giggling realm of skittering ingestion. Giggling and beset by visions of insects. Destroyer defeats things from the dark dimension. Leader eaten by a beast.
Ow! Turn down the volume! No flash of light there. Badgers?
Whoa! Okay, that one was just plain weird. If we ever want to find that chthonic destroyer in the illuminated manuscript, we'd better start figuring out what these dials do.
Hey, you! Sam, any chance you feel like you're gonna be eaten by a beast in the future?
Badgers?
Whoa! I look pretty beastly there. I wonder if that counts.
Mama B,
Yes?
any useful tips on that dimensional destabilizer?
I think the 4 dials correspond to 4 etheric axes. Fate, mind, emotion, that sort of thing. But I don't have any idea which dial controls which axis.
Didn't you build it for slugging a thing?
Yeah, but I subcontracted a lot of the work out to Reykjavik. Confidentially speaking, I think they did a lot of the work during one of those 6-month Icelandic keggers.
The next time you zap yourself with that dimensional destabilizer, I hope it takes you someplace that makes your mind buzz with bugs.
Now where'd I leave that Heisenberg compensator?
Bugs, roaches, they're under my skin. Get them off!
My eyes! Sam? Beset by any visions of insects and/or arachnids?
Bugs, roaches, they're under my skin. Get them off! I'm not giving this away. It's my key to finding the giggling realm of skittering ingestion. And lo, did Brother Acidophilus return in a flash of light from the giggling realm of skittering ingestion, armed with the chthonic destroyer. Though giggling and plagued with visions of skittering insects, noble Acidophilus smote the beasties from the dark dimension with the destroyer. His enemies laid low. Acidophilus returned the destroyer to the gibbering realm and resumed his peaceful life of molitude. Years later, he was eaten by a crazed beast. Max?
That's what they call me at the mani-pedi.
Keep your eyes peeled, Max.
Oh, that's Years later, he was eaten by a flash of light that time. What kind of future is that?
Bugs, roaches, they're under my skin. Get them off!
I wonder if I could whip up an...
My eyes! Sam, any chance you feel like you're gonna be eaten by a beast in the future?
Guys, they're everywhere, always staring.
Once we figure out what each of the dials does, finding the giggling realm of skittering ingestion will be a snap! Okay, 3 or 4 snaps tops.
Badgers? Thy drugs are quick.
Sam's not getting eaten in that future. My eyes! Sam? Beset by any visions of insects and or
Bugs,
arachnids?
roaches, they're...
I think one of those dimensional doohickey dials controls your future, Sam. That's really weird. Sam? Ah, great. Sam's been driven insane by an unspeakable horror. Now I've got a Craigslist for a new partner.
No, little buddy, really, I'm fine. I just got that medium extra small joke from earlier. Boy, that Super Ball, he's a hoot and a half. Oh yeah, and check out this key knickknack I picked up from the gibbering realm of skittering ingestion.
Is that the dark dimensional destroyer that Norrington was yammering about?
Only one way to find out. Let's blast the bejeebus out of something from the dark dimension.
Canonic Destroyer. Teleportation. Canonic Destroyer.
Hey, welterweight! Get ready to have your Yogg-Sagoth problem solved once and for all!
Don't!
Why?
Yeah, I thought you'd be happy to get rid of Don Calamari here.
You cannot just blast Yogg-Sagoth out of me. We are a symbiotic being.
My human host is correct. The destroyer wouldn't remove me in our hybridized state. It would only wound us, perhaps critically.
Ooh, bummer.
Indeed. Save the destroyer for its intended target, the madman behind your plague of Sams.
Teleportation.
Toys, toys, toys.
Whee!
hope that Norrington's chthonic destroyer works on these things.
Chthonic Destroyer.
Hey, tentacles! Unholy this!
I am the current number robot. Please give my instructions to everybody.
Unholy this?
I heard it in a video game.
Insufficient DNA to begin cloning process. Please insert DNA into the receptacle. DNA sample received. Processing. DNA sample insufficient to commence cloning process. Please insert complementary DNA sample to continue. Complementary DNA sample received. Exemplar clone being prepared in part 0001.
Come on, come on!
Patience, Max. The human genome is an insanely complicated strand of proteins containing nearly a gigabyte of raw data. Even the most sophisticated computers in the world would take weeks.
Clone complete.
You did it!
Yeah.
Clear a path, boys. Mama Bosco's about to make a long overdue return to the land of the living.
All right, fellas, open her up.
Well, what do you think?
Considering how much of your son's DNA is in there, I'd say you got off easy.
Yeah, you could have ended up with a beard, or a beer gut, or a head full of wacky conspiracy theories. Whee!
So, Mama B,
Can't talk now, guys. I'm trying to figure out a way to get up to the control center. It's the only way we'll be able to stop the clones.
Teleportation.
hey Mama B, want to be disassembled at the quantum level, then reassembled about 40 meters to the left?
You know it, baby.
I see you brought the Master's unwitting scientific dupe to bear witness to the magnificent horrors her inventions have wrought. Gaze deeply into the abyss you've created, Doctor.
What's her problem?
We're pretty sure she's enthralled, but with Stinky it's hard to tell. Mama Bosco, would you mind activating your override so we can take control of these clones?
My pleasure.
Fools! You'll never defeat the Master!
Sam, we've got company!
You see? Your cause is lost! The Master will take your toys and...
Sorry, I haven't been able to cold cock anyone for a long time, and she was really getting on my nerves.
After the mind-numbing terror is over, you gotta teach me that move.
And me. But first, let's deal with these clones. Get down with your bad selves.
Hey, Sam, they've got your moves! How deeply depressing.
All right, clones, stop.
They've stopped!
Great, but we're still not any closer to finding the Master. Go to the toy box.
That seems to have gotten their attention.
I guess it's time to play Follow the Clones.
You guys go on ahead and give that master a knee to the groin for me. Getting dog hair all up in my cloning tanks.
Once this case is over, we should really look into fixing the DeSoto.
Hey, look, Sam! All your doppelgangers are heading into that warehouse, and my ears are doing that weird sparky thing.
The toy box must be in there. We'd better sneak in and grab it before the Master's plan comes to fruition.
You know, I can't remember the last time one of my plans came to fruition.
It's cute when you pretend you know what words mean, Max.
Sam?
Toys. Toys.
Shoot or run?
Let's run.
Toys. Is this your card?
Who the hell are you talking to, Max?
Beats me. Must be one of those freaky psychic power.
Keep your distance, Max. We don't want those toy-sniffing simulacrums coming after us. Toys, toys, toys.
Ow!
These handsome devils are all sharing the same mind. Amazing.
Amazing for you, but my nasal passages are about to be visited by Uncle Flo. Stand back, Sam. I'll send those doppelgangers right into the harbor.
I don't think so.
Who said that?
Hello, folks.
What was that?
Unless I miss my guess, the mysterious master is none other than your little dark dimensional puppet.
I knew it was evil.
Well, thankfully, like all evil dummies, Charlie's pretty much helpless without a host body.
Am I, Sam?
Am I? Samar, Cesarum!
Kill it with fire, Max.
On it! Darn.
Yank the cord! Yank the cord!
Oh, Sam. Oh, I just had the most ridiculous dream. Stinky was making out with a giant cockroach. Then an evil ventriloquist dummy knocked us out and...
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Charlie Hotep Show.
Oh, that's way more naked Sam flesh than I'm comfortable with.
We got a great show for you tonight, ladies and germs. For our first act, our lovely and talented army of doppelgangers will sing and dance their way into your souls with their dimension-shattering rendition of that oldie but goodie, Skin. And for our second act, well, there won't really be a second act for most of you, since you'll be too busy screaming and gouging your eyes out after your pathetic reality is subsumed by the glories of the dark dimension. But you won't want to miss our spectacular finale when the great and terrible Junior makes his long-awaited return, lovingly slips me onto one of his tentacles of anguish and plays with me.
Not if my as-yet unexplained psychic powers have anything to... Hey, where'd my toys go?
Looking for these? Let's have a big Dark Dimension round of applause for Sam and Max, without whom tonight's apocalyptic conjuring wouldn't be possible.
I feel so violated.
And now, on with the show!
Hang on, Sam, I'm coming to get you. Hang on, Sam, I'm coming to get you! Try not to end the world or anything!